There's a story there in the Irish newspapers this morning, I saw it in the Irish Times, about a man writing off €3 million of debt yesterday in the High Court. This was in a personal insolvency arrangement, a PIA, which has been approved by the High Court. He's writing off €3 million of debt on the sale of 3 properties. He's selling 3 properties and he's paying €8,000. He is to retain his family home with the mortgage being restructured and extended. The personal insolvency arrangement will last 24 months, and after the 24 months he will be back to solvency. This strikes me as a good deal for the debtor, and it's not the first such deal that I've seen or made a video about for my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a number of videos about individuals with a lot of debt getting it written off through a personal insolvency arrangement. In other words, they've gone to a personal insolvency practitioner, a PIP, and they have put a proposal to lenders who either approve or simply don't acknowledge it one way or the other, but ultimately a court can approve it. On the other hand, I have individuals coming to me all the time about debt problems, and unfortunately some of them go down the road of self-pity, blame, anger and finger pointing. The solution appears to be straightforward. If you have debt problems, you should pay a visit to a personal insolvency practitioner. That's certainly my view. There is various schemes brought in by the Insolvency Service of Ireland and the insolvency legislation, including debt settlement arrangements and personal insolvency arrangements. If your case ends up in court, a judge must apply the law. So let's say you don't go to a personal insolvency practitioner and you don't put forward some sort of a debt settlement arrangement, and let's say you're in court. The judge must apply the law, and the law is very straightforward. The contract is where you borrowed the money and you promised to pay it back. You undertook to pay it back and you haven't paid it back. From a legal perspective, it's very straightforward. The judge must apply the law and will therefore grant an order for judgment to the lender. On the other hand, so just to be clear about that, the judge may have a huge degree of sympathy for you, no matter what your personal circumstances are, but the judge must, as part of his or her job, apply the law. And the law is very straightforward. Law of contract. You borrowed the money, you didn't pay it back, and therefore it's owed, and the bank is entitled to a judgment and may ultimately get possession. On the other hand, why not tie the judge's hands with a personal insolvency arrangement which the court can approve? Because if a court has an option not to just apply the law in relation to the mortgage or the contract, but there's a personal insolvency arrangement put before the court looking for, or whose approval is being sought, why not let the judge go down that route and approve a personal insolvency arrangement? In this case, the court was told that the creditors will do slightly better under the personal insolvency arrangement than if the debtor went bankrupt. If that's the case, then the judge is entitled to approve the personal insolvency arrangement. The creditors are to receive 0.07% of what they are owed. That is 0.07%. There were no objections and the court approved the PIA. There were no objections because the debtors probably recognised that there was no point objecting, quite frankly, if the fella is a completely busted flush from, the perspective of paying the money back. After 24 months, the debtor, Mr. Riley, will return to solvency. So today is the 7th of November 2023. That case is reported there in the Irish Times this morning, but as I say, I have seen plenty of other ones, similar ones, and I've made videos about them on my YouTube channel. If you have significant debts, explore the possibility of going to a personal insolvency practitioner. And if your family home is at risk, then the Awalia service will give you a voucher for a free consultation with a personal insolvency practitioner and with a solicitor. That's my understanding, the Awalia service. So there are solutions, but blaming, or feeling sorry for yourself and blaming the lender, etc., is not the best solution. The best solution is to give a judge the opportunity to approve an arrangement whereby the debtors will get back 0.07% of what they're owed, or something of that nature. Hope you like this video. If you do, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up down below, and if you're listening on to my podcast, the Irish Law and Small Business Podcast, I'd appreciate if you left a review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen. Thanks a lot.